of all your advanced suits. Advanced suits, all of these from Fashion Pixel, not a blob of pixels. Expensive in terms of crafting and for them. It takes a lot of very much. The resources of these 45 precision machineries that I've created won't be enough. Absolutely nothing that I scheduled, so I'll be right there. To make another pack I need the gold plates I'm gonna throw in, literally. 2 stacks here, let them be here. And in addition to that, you'll need throw in some more gears so that we're gonna do all the crafting right now. A little bit of gear as usual. I don't need a whole bunch of buttons. Plus a whole packet of shaft just like that. It's got to be just right. That we're crafting everything in reserve for the rest of you. I won't hide the gears, but the iron ones. I'm gonna have to make a whole bunch of nuggets. The pack again and throw it in here just like that. Let our plates sit around right now. We'll soon start adding up. In large quantities. We'll just have to wait. We're all waiting for now. These mechanisms are fully in place. It says here there's a 172 unfinished mechanisms that don't. Enough that again the little ones. The gears are missing, and why are they? Are over so quickly, and here you are. You might notice that at the top it says number of pending arrangements. 166. Now they're coming in here a little bit at a time. We'll start to migrate, you can do that. Also throw all of these that I got in my inventory next. I need to make a car like this, which will be using something like this of obsidian from a pressed sheet. Do the process 7 times 7 times. By running a machine like this. The coolest thing about it is that it's a car. Didn't somehow miraculously make the watch I can't pick up like. We'll immediately prepare a place for mechanical arms, we'll turn them round. Is gonna be clicking around here somewhere? No. It's too high, you have to put it lower. Somewhere around here is where we turn it over. We're gonna use 3 arms and abs right away. To them while the press may be powered by the same hands further down here. We're taking this apart. That the machine has already stopped. How much to eat is not enough. I'm doing it again. Got it, Shasterny. Yeah. Now we take 2 shafts and a belt, here. That's how we're going to connect the Marvelous. To power this top row 4. I'm going to need so 2 vertical box gyres, 1 horizontal. And 1 chain drive will do it all. Enough to power it like this. Look here, angle adapter in. The top is again a corner and a horizontal. The adapter is marvelous, the rotation is possible. To feed from the bottom right here, by the way. I was thinking of doing it all with of the vaults, but I'll probably do a manual transfer. There's a lot of mechanisms that don't. We need to count how many sets we have. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 Y helmets, 7 capes. 8 OK helmets, 7. It's gonna take 7. These pieces, plus 16 more of these pieces, because the double process on the creation of black armor exactly goes 29 of mechanisms we need. To make it short, here I'm gonna put the subject here. To put yourself out there to go 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 go. And I need to put them here. 29 grand, I think it's easy. I'm gonna make it look like everything's connected like. We need to see what's on this one. I need 29 of these mechanisms. That means my 29 times 7 is like 200 something diamonds to take. Okay, we'll take the diamonds. The barrel, for example, will be somewhere in here with a receiver in A. The receiver we're gonna put in, of course. Only authorized to receive. The next thing we're doing is we're make it so that we can take the items. Put it here and put it here and now. Plug it in, it should work like. I'm just gonna throw this record in here. Check hop did not do the right thing to take. From here and put a plus sign here and put a plus sign here. This way. It should work now. Because I'm shifting. Once and as soon as it's ready. After 7 times, she should put. It's in the trunk, I put it in the trunk. Marvelous can be done, of course everything. So that it works in a chain. So I don't have to worry about anything. But I'd like to host here. Any involvement in the creation. This thing is gonna take a while. I'm gonna stand here now. Relaxing while these mechanisms. And see how many resources it's going to take. 29 of these things. I need a reminder. By the way, these are all the pranks. No, it's for armor only. This thing can be accelerated. Very specifically. Look what I'm about to do to you. I'll show you as soon as she's on this cycle. We'll finish out of 7 grand. Look, I throw one piece in. The second, and now this car is going to be. Shift these mechanisms without pausing. Round and round, because she'd done it before. A very long pause because we need a 7-step system of recrafting items here. There's going to be a lot to take in. Participation, that is lava. Press 4 more. Hands at 6 stages and 2 times. Repeat, and it's the same 4 of each piece of armor that the helmet. For the armor or the trousers. This case will have to be made wider. If you count 8 types of armor, you need 2 accurate ones for each. That's 16 short of 1. I've got enough for a pack, but I still need on zeroite pieces like this. Here, so the first thing I'm gonna do. I'm not leaving my whole zeroite behind. On myself just a jit pack, which is the most. The cool thing about these is my wings are so pro. With their backs to you and keeping in mind that I'm not wearing a suit at all. So I take another pipe from. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Lava filled with wonderfully thrown. Poured by the lava of the Nula press. Scrafted, and the last round of 1 2 3 4 4 5 6 and so trousers. There's no need for socks now. Armor, let's go armor. Chick 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 chick. Chick's ready, and so is my hat. I had to recharcoal it. My items chirka off of them. There's a little bit of it. Plus there were more cups to spare. Additionally, in short, this one. I love the backpack, I recommend it to everyone. All where I wouldn't want to test. To tank myself to check that. This suit is all by itself. Maybe right now I want to be. A little bit of shooting doesn't really matter. If there's a creeper around here somewhere. Blows up, I don't get any. Of damage, all you can say is that I become not vulnerable. Wow, one punch and he almost dies. Zombies just need to jump once. To make sure he's dead, hit the scrit. Watch a zombie die with one. And look how cool it is. It looks like black armor, man. I haven't figured out the mod yet. To the end because it's very. There aren't many more tutorials around here. There's some great stuff like this. Their purpose, I don't know who played. With this mod, you can write to comments. Equipment kit and armor plaid kit me. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. Works and where do I point it, but I only know what I can scrap. This wonderful thing on. You can hang armor from it like the Iron Man in his film. He used to hang it from chains to the ceiling, and it's a nice little fun. Immediately you can switch on the function of a magnet to put in the inventory so that the system collected them by itself and quickly. Suck yourself off for, like, 20 or 30 grand, he's on a. I'm wearing it, I realized maybe I should. To look at this thing. The cap doesn't go on, only the armor. Look how beautiful it is. I'm standing there, I want to grab my trousers. Oh, yeah. Wow, it works wonders. It's very beautiful. I think it's possible. That's exactly how they're. Put everything back on. Myself, I'm gonna turn on the time lapse in just a little bit. Every kind of armor I can think of right now. Craft time lapses and it'll work. This is the machine that will be used to create all kinds of armor and everything. And as soon as everything's cooked and they have different patterns for each of the armor type will have to be played with. Really, really badly for all of this to do, so let's get started. All my armor sets are ready, but I'm made one mistake and rather. I'll probably have to fix it and I'm gonna have to scrap some more. Everyone a whole set of trousers. Extras since the bibs. There's 3, 6, 8, then there's 8 trousers to go with it. It's a beautifully laid out plus. Helmets 2, 4, 5 helmets also need 8 correct. If there are 8 bibs or use. These are the hanging things for bibs that you can get somewhere. Like this and the bib. Yeah. Almost hanging like this. So it hangs nicely, plus I has decided that my armor collection is not. She'll be all black and gold. Looks a lot nicer, but this one. When I made one, I then asked myself. The question is, why am I doing this? Made considering that these are the ones. Spare parts that you can't have. There's no way to put on armor plus me. I also made one of these things, but it's not done with her. Easily and simply called an exoskeleton. You can open it up and put it at his place. The mechanism plus pick the buff that you want to get, either plus 31% speed minus 20 fall damage, or plus 4 damage and plus speed. Digging must be hard too, plus 4. To say, but I don't know how to put it on. It doesn't fit on my body at all. We were writing books here. The usual letters, like these. Of books, you still have to get emeralds and looking for who I bought this one from. The effectiveness of this one. The most important thing is that the anvil is in. The rucksack will never break then Of course I can install them, but now I need them more and I have. It's gonna be about 3-something stacks. Rigs enchanted with efficiency I was going to drill. There's this huge chunk somewhere around here. Here now, I'll decide on a location. Press F4 and take off. Look at him. Just how perfect it is to do a circular drill here. A rig with more than one blade. To drill faster with 2 or even. For right here is the center. A little bit further than this one right here. A small one in the center of the hole in this one. Let's go make it so we don't waste time and not counting one at a time. I've already put $1,000 on it, make it 2 of the block and I need another 38, which means that 8 should be left of the ones. I'm in inventory right now, so I just right-click. I'm flying backwards, I'm putting them out and when with 8 left in the inventory, it'll be means I put the right amount of these blocks here. We'll have to try. I think the glue seems to be linear. You don't need the chassis, they're always on their own. Are seen as a whole. A construct if they're wrong. All of them and now they're going to go up in the top leaving 1 block in between. We clean everything up and there's gonna be a windmill here. Then we do the same thing, now with downstairs you have to put these things in. The total turns out to be 82. 80, it's got to be 160, which is this one. The amount is probably enough. There will only be one. I'm not going to play very hard. To make a horizontal container, which will be attached somewhere around here. It's a little uncomfortable here with these wings. I'll probably switch back. On Elytra, I don't like the fact that they keep opening up when that's not necessary. Well, in the meantime, the cars would have a center. This center somewhere around here I'm putting a mechanism to bring it down though. Stan, there is no mechanism for going down. It won't fit. You have to use the window one first. The mill to set up, then fix another terminal, and now we're gluing each of the blades that will. It's spinning. Is spinning wonderfully on the wrong side? At the speed I'd like. Which means I can deliver here more blades and do exactly the same thing. A little longer on the other side. And a little wider the more blades. The greater the rotational speed. We started up and it's already spinning. Much faster. Stop, now we can lower down until it hits the ground somewhere. And so she sank to a sufficient the distance for me personally. I'm gonna take all this stuff out and put in a knob. I'll put it in the new place again. The pen here and then we run it. Cutting blocks, look how fast I am. It cleans very quickly. Well, the machine, as you can see, works. I'm fine with the blocks. I'm stopping it and spinning it down again. I pressed it again and there she goes. Look at the speed at which she's assembles these blocks. Nothing's getting through because there are blades, although no, I think that because of the high speed, after all. skipping some blocks means. Then make sure she doesn't miss them. You need to remove a few blades. Why the hell is this car? Is starting to make the game right here and now, I don't know. What is it about this car that it makes the game freeze, but here. This hanging takes, like, seconds. 20 to 30 should probably try to. That's what the shop window was spinning. A structure, not a storage facility for. We'll check the resources right now. You see, I've gone on to decompose. I press down and it keeps spinning. Okay, you don't want to work. We're gonna try something else now. I thought I'd done something wrong in my room. In the hardcore world, but not in the test world. Of the world, the same thing works exactly the same way. I also unfortunately don't know why. There must be some sort of conflict between mods. Why if it hasn't come up before, maybe. I need to do a better job of taping over here. Blocks, take this barrel here. Stick it in here, okay, check. Twist, 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 twist handle. It's going down, it's going into the blocks. It's in. Now press go. Quickly check to make sure we're cleaning up. That we've been molding to the vault here. Now highlight the entire vault. Together and glue it here and give it to her. How many of you are here? What are you gonna do? And so the latest update is this. Works, I managed to get it running. How is it likely that there are some invisible blocks? Phantom ones that didn't give the thing to work. Now I can get it to go lower. I'm thinking what the hell is going on? It didn't work. It does now. I just moved it to the side a little bit. Rebuilt it, and now it's running. Everything's spinning and everything's working fine. And all I need to do is go here to hook this thing up so I can have the ability to take resources from here. Like this, and we'll glue it on right away, here. Here we run everything down here. The rubbers now, I've been at it for hours. I'm gonna stand here. I've finally made up my mind. I got that question off my chest, by the way. They say I have a Git pack right now. Blood purification system or something. The kind that helps to cure you of your poisons when you've been. Whether you get it from a witch or something else. Something from, like, the new Archer. That dungeon spawns that is poisoning you with arrows. I'll meet you when I'll dig deep enough for now. I'm recording this time-lapse here. I want to make it a little easier on myself. The task of how do I need frequency Hership, I'll put it here. I'm exactly the same here for him. Of course it would take a regular wheel, or you could just stick it in the window mill. Through the speed controller, another one. Let's make a speed controller. Quickly so that I can remotely. With the startup to manage and stay focused on anything will somehow work with time here. Speed controller also. One window mill is still putting up. We'll write a few of these things. Here to wait for the rets, he's the signal. To move this whole thing to a meter down now if it's right. Made me do it like this. Nothing happened. Yeah, I guess so. It had to be switched on to make it. It was spinning right. It's all right now. Spinning around here, you can put it somewhere. 64 and now open it up and press. With super means I can. Now to get this whole thing up and running. We'll scroll through and then I'll press. I'm not gonna open the controller again. To fly upstairs turns that knob. I'll just press S and it'll go down one. The block down and you can go back to. Start up so that you don't have to dismantle. To lower this rope all the time. It's lower and lower and lower so we'll. Much simpler, I remind you that the main resource I need. Right now it's diamonds. I've only got 270. I've got all the other incisors left. I can easily mine in peace. But I won't complain if and. Gold and iron still. There's a lot of attacks, too. Here it is. It's down, press the button. The system is mining the resources. We'll be picking up all this stuff later. And do you know what else is even possible? Try to glamour all of these drills on not only efficiency but also. And then there will be resources for luck. In even larger quantities. But I'm going to mine for diamonds. Manually mine it, put it on. Pause somber when I see them and. After that, they're just like this with. The whole thing's a brick. Gathering and mining so it'll be a lot. More because I've got luck on my side. Kirk. Well, this thing dug into the general. I spent a total of about 5 hours. Then to dig all this shit up to the at the bottom and let me fly higher. So I don't get harassed by mobs. In case of what? We open it up and we see what it's for. Time I mine 2,563 iron, 1,100 gold, 3,158 zinc and almost 8,300. Of copper diamonds I got 1,100 pieces. About a lot of lapis lazuli, which I'm about to distill into a block. Partly so I had a few thousands of ordinary lapis lazuli, everything else in the cubes and exactly the same with redstone, 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 redstone. A little bit, but I'm good for 2,000 in the form of powder, everything else is fine. To overdrive in the block now everything else. This copper is somehow miraculously will need to be reworked and I think that I'm gonna do it all the same way I've been doing it. I've done it before, I'm gonna go all out in the block to get additional of experience. Now I'm throwing it in inventory the same way I'm going to do of iron, all the iron in the block. The same way I'll do with gold and with zinc. It will allow me to get a very large exhaust from experience yet. An additional one, because if this, I still get a grand to throw into the crusher. In addition to the 9 regular bars that are in here. Crammed in 9 of these cubes, too. The experience of the whole machine, you stay here, you're yours. I've served my time. I'm happy to be back. To get home at the rate everyone's going. I'm getting a good night's sleep. It's a real pain in the arse. Wait for it to be processed. And then a little bit at a time, you know. The system of everything else I have here. It's just a matter of waiting. When it's processed and you can to start doing the train end. With this armor, I want to put it all over the place. The base, maybe even the first. The floor, so she'll have a nice little stood on special racks. Well, here we go. I've got everything but copper lying around. I start this thing up and wait for some. The time of the copper itself, I'm not so much. I need it, but I'm gonna have to throw it away. 8,200 copper ores for a very long time. All right, come on. Come on, you guys. You got it, we'll write raw copper and we're gonna start throwing it away a little bit at a time. I'm already looking forward to something from here. Here to build on this ornamental windmill. Beautiful, let's see how she does. I'll get the copper itself partially distilled in a block like this. The armor stands in where they'll be. Of course I need diamond ones, too. Blocks, so we have a paired number. So there's no way to show off. I guess I'll just have to go like this or something. Don't make it ugly to wear. Let's put it on. She's so beautiful. It's armor, put on some more. We're gonna have to make it pretty. Over here for some white armor. Where there's a beautiful white. Nowhere to be found, then we'll put this helmet on. There's this helmet here. Shit's beautiful because that's how all mine are. The armory is beautifully situated here on the. I don't know what kind of trunk he's got. I didn't even notice before. Very funny. Let me try this hat. Here to pick up and switch with this. With the trunk, and put the trunk on your own. Somewhere over here, and here's the transparent one. A hat somewhere around here. Although I like this hat a lot better. I wanted more for a proboscis. To put there's still a hole. A bunch of stuff right here you can. We'll check it out in the future. At least that's what I want. Check it out, let's have a look. Come here. Shift-click this to take this off. Put it in and now let's watch. Whether it works or not. Yeah. When I hold down the shifter, you can see the angle. I can't aim at a small angle. I can do more when I'm up. And I'm shooting a hook shot with the spacebar and it pulls me up. Okay, so I'm using this. I can do pull-ups on a hook. To the right places during construction. So, for example, even if I want to pull up somewhere over there. It's pulling me in. It's not pulling me in. Oh, yeah, of course it's okay now. We'll double-check the spacebar. I release the shifter and it's me. Tightens everything up. The most important thing is this. Release the shifter, watch the shifter again. Spacebar fires, shifter releases. It pulled, let it go back. Anyway, this thing is enough. I think it's in there. It's too small. The corner in this is fine, look how. It's cool to be able to reach all the way. High area shorter hook type. A whole bunch of mods that are already these. Hooks used to be added to Minecraft. Let's go see what else is out there. Air grenade and cannon. Let's check it out. What the hell is that? Oh, man, that's the worst. I look like a predator right now with this. With this gun on his shoulder. Mine, and so we're trying Bam, the good news is that this gun is not. It's nothing, but it doesn't shoot far. That is, only on the opponents of the proximity, and as you can see, she's poisoning a serious lizard kill. Poison bombing is real. I want to see it with you. Parties. It's got a visor effect that's great. Very long recoil and weak. The damage, in short, there's no point in this. Bullshit. Now I'm gonna shoot all the leftovers. Pomegranates. It's a good thing I decided not to put emphasis on this thing. Although the visor effect is quite deals heavy damage to all mobs. There's a 3-second cooldown, hit the shifter. Put it in the inventory like you did. You can see the cannon is fucking real. SPE. I'm my cyborg. Come on, man. I can see him testing them. I mean it. Wow, one shot only, really. Long reload I want. To see if this thing can kill 2 monsters at a time like this. And Balda has a penetrating effect in it, too. Let's test the force of the shot. Of this thing 100 hearts shot how many? 89 damage, seriously. And a fucking 89 damage from a shot from A. Of these guns, it's probably the only thing. A weapon that I can now to help kill Varden without any or no problems at all. Cool, but I'm not gonna walk around with them. Let's check these out for ourselves. Open the tanks, throw it in, which is a plus. 150% fill rate. Oxygen says when it's on, it absorbs the air around it of the user and is supplying that air in his helmet as soon as he goes in the water. Okay, I'm just kind of floating underneath. I'm not going away at all. Which is great, but the tanks, for some reason it's showing me in full. Empty, incomprehensible, this and that. What do I do now in this case? These are the bullets I'm keeping. The cannon arm where it's just brutal. I'm keeping the thing at all, too. Air grenades are everything. And the wings will probably have to be. To put the wings back on myself was the best option, even though there are certain inconveniences building with them and this support. We'll put oxygen in the inventory, too. What I want to do in this. At the base, let me show you. I want to use the camera to this place on the base to put a large-sized windmill. About the height of this building hereby. His rooftop window mill is just ornamental, as if she will be wired into a common. The system is here and it's gonna be permanent. Spin slowly, gently, so that everything is beautiful and stylistic. There was a base to finish for sure. Will also need to be processed here. A bus stop, plus build a new. The train, this flawed something to me. Sure, like this one right here, like this. To ride, sit in the seat and just to see everything in front of you, but I want to. I've got the styling train here as it is. Unpaired number of blocks in width. It's just perfect now that it's 2 4 6 8 10 correctly, 2 4 6 8 10 also with this side 2 4 6 8 8 10 van symmetry. I'm gonna try to set it up like this. Works great. How much faster? Is it working out at all? Very fast. I like it. I'm also going to need these. I need to see how many. There's a platform station here. And there was 400 grand here, too, for nothing. Alright, let's line it up like this. A straight line on the other side, too. Oops, and I think there's a way. Even 3 more blocks for. The steps beyond the columns will be. I'm getting 2, 4, 5, 6, not 5 here. The blocks are high enough. I'm freaking out about these wings like. As soon as I hit the spacebar, they're immediately. And that's what's driving me crazy. You've got to take your wings off. Plus without the wings, it's kind of a game. It's working faster or something. Horizontally here, you can run. That's how the lines are straight, and then there's this. Will be arches depending on how. We'll go the roof plus for the roof itself as A. I personally think this is where it's gonna be. To choose granite blocks, and we also have to. Dip slide. Let's take the dip slide. I don't know what else is in here. Can be added, I just know that. The steps are missing right here and. All I know is that I'm gonna have to come up with some cool. A pattern and a pass like this along the rails. In a straight line, and we'll now take the seats on the. 3 grand here is 1, 2, 3 all worth it. Still need the backlight. I'm gonna do the inverted ones here. So the sticks are the axes from the mods. Right on, get the lights. There's a lot of light fittings too. Hang like this and like this next. Need a brace or something. I don't remember exactly what they're like. They're called metal braces. Here they are. Let's scraft why I'm using them. It's just that when you put them on, it's a beautiful mount. Doesn't work with wand for some reason. A Van symmetry doesn't allow to set them up as they should be mirrored. So you have to do it manually on all sides. To build a grate. It's a kind of peculiar. It's a cool track. I like it. It'll work on the other side. Exactly the same. Close each side with these. By the hatches is beautiful, and then the greenery. Florets greenery, further florets. Flowers and greenery is too much for me. High should be lowered by 2. A block high enough, and now. Let's take a look at this case straight up. It fits in here really well. It's a good fit. I like it. The windmill will be located. At this point, I'm gonna think about how. It's better to make it and what blocks to use a dripstone, I guess. For the base, and I've got it right here. I want to do a little bit more. A base of exactly the same stone, which I have here used. For the house, I'm trying to find a way. Organize a launching pad for future construction. There will probably be more of this. Such a cross is centered so that to delineate the whole thing nicely. And plus there's gonna be something on. Like a house like this. Forward sticking out here will be the doors on the side. Some other technological of the outhouse, so I want more here. Of industrial iron. Clearly make 1 insertion per. At this height and a little higher here. Here, and get some. Any blocks to surround this case, and with the help of the Trepidorians to build on. Perimeter of andesite casings. I'm building upwards like this. We will take the structure here. Probably brass casings. Okay, right, good, and you know what? Not enough oxen. The regular oxen from the mods are rated here. Between them to round everything off. The center section is very nice. So now I've got half a block here. The corners are hatchlings and hatchlings are still here. One and the bottom two went up to a specific. The level here retreated and raised more. To a certain height again. Inside and 2 blocks up, but here. That I can't make it out and I still can't. To figure out why the hell it wasn't built. There's some blades on this side. I'm gonna make sure it's right. Also from the opposite side in. I'm gonna need 3 blocks in this spot. Down and then back to the inner side. Down again, I think we can. To build a few more oxen here. Repeat here exactly the same way on. Of each of the blades to make it. Look like part of the overall mechanism. We're gonna get these braces again for sure. And here, too. Look at this, really. Looks different for you now. There'll be a moment when I'll do it all over again. From all angles so you don't have to see. In the frame and meet me when I start. To run this thing, you know. I got something like this here. Had a baby, you might say, but I have to now. Is to glue, and glue it right. Neat and tidy without any joints and. You're gonna have to play around a little bit. The most important thing in something like this. Remember to glue this. The little things, look again, that's about it. I've highlighted what I want, now I have to do it. To do the mechanism now I'm here. I add water in the game, please just. Don't crash. Just don't crash. I think it's all right. To get it working, open the door, let's go. Watching our creation work. It works and it just works. It would be great if you could. Not to rotate this whole barrel. Only the upper part of the axle. This one doesn't seem like it's gonna happen. It's funnier to watch her my very end. It looks very nice. I'm glad. I'm glad it is. That I'm really happy with. The result is now you can practice. All the trains, and an alternate branch line with. The carriage will be in this location. Which means I can take the train here. To arrive carefully without affecting. The carriage that will be located here. Here on this point, and then if I need to, I'll be over here separately. Pull up on the branch line and hitch a wagon. And go somewhere else here. You have to count 2 blocks somewhere and think about where to put the next one. Part of it's fine. It's perfect now. Instead of this speech, I'm taking off. Also black are these striped blocks. I'll put one more here by the wheels. You can put them up too. I'm putting them up. That the train seemed a little bit. I've got it all nicely pinned down below. I like it, I'll take it from here. To deal with the front end of me. I'm gonna have to pick some of these. Of color maybe it will be. Terracotta plus stone, some kind of stone, and put up another fence. Alright, we're gonna need some valve, too. It's these. We'll take the gray overlapping pieces. Limestone, and along with the copier panels. Like this, then we take these. Blocks and do to the copier panels. The bottom line like this and don't put it in that hand again. Terracotta to build up the wall.